Hello friends, welcome to this video, and today I am going to talk about frugal living tips from different cultures. Being a contractor slash freelancer, it can be up and down. Like I've experienced the financial situation go up and down throughout the years. It's been a little more stable lately, just because of the situation I got set up right now. But before this, it was all over the place, and it's the same for any other type of a small business owner that doesn't have a big company. The monthly revenue can go up and down significantly, unless obviously you got things figured out and a way to plan things. So living frugally is an important thing. Um, is is that my natural style of living? No, it's not. Absolutely not. But it is of my wife. So between her and I, we balance each other out. And I would say, compared to an average American family, uh, we live pretty frugally. So um, in this video, I wanted to go through some frugal living tips from different cultures. So it's from all over the world. Different people, like different cultures, have things that they're known for that can be applied in our life. So I have here a list of 12 that I'm going to go through. This video might be a little bit too long, not too long, a little bit longer than normal videos that I make, but just stick with me and I'll try to get through them pretty quickly without spending too much time on each one, so that way you can get all the information you need out of this. So the first one I have here is KonMari. It's a minimalism method popularized by Marie Kondo. Anybody in the minimalist community will recognize that pretty quickly. My wife is a minimalist, and even I know this method because my wife talks about it. So here are the uh, key points of this KonMari method. Buy only what adds value, reduce clutter and save space, prioritize quality over quantity, sell or donate unused items, adopt a mindful spending habit. So basically, it's minimalism. Buy only what adds value. Uh, Basically, you don't buy useless things, impulse buys, unnecessary spending. Um, Reduce clutter and save space. Same thing, just don't buy stuff that takes up space that you don't use. And get rid of stuff that you don't need. Quality over quantity. Obviously, you want to buy stuff that's good quality and not buy cheap things because they will break and then they're just gonna lay around pretending to be useful. Sell or donate unused items. This is something that my wife does a lot. She'll just go through uh, even our clothes in our closet. Once a year, she will flip them around on the hangers. So throughout the year, as we use clothes, by the end of the year, the items that are still flipped backwards are very easily noticeable that they're not being used. So, and then you make a decision about them. Number two is from Sweden. The number one was from Japan. Uh, Number two is from Sweden. It's called Lagom lifestyle. It means just the right amount. It encourages moderation and balance, avoiding excessive consumption. So the key points of this one is embrace balance in spending, uh, avoid overspending by focusing on purchasing only what you need, what you truly need. Choose quality over quality and longevity, just like the one from the first item. Minimize waste. Um, minimize waste in food, clothing, household goods, which saves both resources and money. Reduce energy consumption, lowering heating, energy efficient appliances, and adopt a simple, content lifestyle. Being content in simplicity and reducing the urge to spend on luxurious items. So that's the Lagom lifestyle from Sweden. Number 3 is from India. It's called, it's using traditional and natural remedies. In India, people often use natural ingredients for cleaning, health, beauty, like turmeric, neem, coconut oil. And these practices reduce spending on commercial cleaning products and beauty items. So here are key points for this one for India. Reduce healthcare costs by using natural remedies. Multi-purpose ingredients like using vinegar and baking soda and coconut oil for as cleaning ingredients. For cleaning and beauty. DIY skincare using aloe vera, yogurt, oatmeal, stuff like that. Natural cleaning solutions using vinegar, lemon, baking soda, and that's what they use for that. In fact, that my wife does use vinegar a lot for cleaning instead of Windex to clean windows. It works really well. Baking soda as well for all kinds of purposes. So it's a very good way to save on cleaning supplies and reduce the toxic use of toxic chemicals in your house. Gardening for fresh herbs instead of buying them. That's another one. All right, number 4 is from France. Quality over quantity. The French prioritize high quality, timeless pieces over fast fashion, excessive purchases. They often have capsule wardrobes with a few well made clothes that mix and match easily. So the key points for this one is invest in timeless pieces instead of buying fast fashion, buy high quality clothing, reducing the need for frequent purchases. Create a capsule wardrobe. Curate a small, versatile wardrobe with pieces that mix and match easily, saving money and space. Prioritize quality food. Buying higher quality ingredients can reduce waste and enhance health, and saving on healthcare costs. I can vouch for that one as well. We try to buy mostly organic food. Probably about 50-50, I would say, honestly. But between that and using good quality supplements, we rarely go to the doctor or get sick. And then focus on experience over things. French often prefer experiences like dining or travel over material goods, helping reduce unnecessary purchases and add meaningful memories. And then buy artisan or secondhand is the last item here. Look for artisan or vintage items that have lasting value, often offering a better cost per use compared to mass-produced alternatives. All right, number 5 is from Mexico, and it's community-based solutions. Mexican communities often come together and share resources, from cooking in bulk to save on groceries to pooling money for community purchases. The key items here are share bulk purchases, team up with a family or neighbor to buy in bulk, sharing the cost, and reducing per unit expenses on groceries and household essentials. Um, People I know around our community, just people that I know, they will buy a cow, like a full cow, get it butchered, and then they would share it between like 3 families. So that's a good way of doing it. Group child care solutions. Families will often help each other with child care, reducing and eliminating daycare costs by sharing responsibilities. Collective cooking. Gather with friends or family and prepare meals together. And then carpooling and transportation sharing, and swap or borrow items. Like these are common sense things that are not popular these days because everybody wants their own fancy stuff. But this is a good community-based solution. I really like that. South Korea brings us shared resources. I guess it's kind of like community-based solutions. In South Korea, Jill Bangs is what's called public bathhouses, often affordable facilities for relaxation, grooming, and even overnight stays. They also use Goshiwon, a small minimalist rental space, to save on housing costs. So here are the key points. Use shared housing. This is going a little extreme. It won't work here, I don't think, very much. Visit public facilities. That's probably going to cost you more than just having a bath at home. Participate in group buying. We already talked about that. Resourceful meal sharing. Use public transportation. Yeah, I don't think very many of these will work in our society, but I'm glad it works there. All right, number 7 is from Greece. Homemade everything. The Greek household often makes their own bread, yogurt, and jams. Greeks also frequently grow herbs and vegetables in home gardens, reducing grocery bills. Here are the key items for this. Make your own bread and yogurt, grow a small garden, preserve seasonal foods, DIY household cleaners, we already discussed that, and prepare family-style meals. Cook larger family-style meals instead of individual servings. I really agree with this. Like we sometimes will make like one pot meal, and it'll last us 2 or even sometimes 3 dinners, and it costs so little to make compared to making a sandwich, which with good ingredients can cost you like $10 per sandwich. So it's probably cheaper to buy one at Subway or something. But yeah, so we try to make some one pot meals once in a while, and I'd like to have more, but just don't spend enough time thinking about it, so it just kind of goes as it goes. From China, number 8, we have resourceful reuse. In China, families reuse items extensively, such as turning old clothes into rags or upcycling them into household items. They also practice careful resource management, cooking every part of the ingredient to minimize waste and expense. Yeah, I used to do that. You take your old T-shirts or something and demote them to go into the garage for as rags, or even to wash floors or whatever. I know my family used to do that when we lived in the Soviet Union, and even when I lived with my parents in the United States, we still did that. Repurpose clothing and textiles, cleaning rags, pillow stuffing, or even reusable bags to get maximum use out of them. That's one thing that we are doing. So we live in Idaho, but we're right on the border with Washington. So anytime we go to in Washington, they don't have shopping bags anymore at the stores, but in Idaho they still do. So when we go shopping, we will take the bags, and then we don't throw them out. We use them as trash bags for the kitchen, and it works really well. So we don't ever buy trash bags. So they got rid of the bags from the stores in Washington, and that only forces you to buy trash bags. So either way, they're not really saving anything in terms of environment uh, or pollution or whatever they're trying to save, because people still buy trash bags and use them once and toss them. At least here you use it as a bag to bring groceries in the house for convenience, and then you use it for garbage. Let's see. Next item for China resourceful reuse. We have utilized every part of ingredients. Yeah, with vegetables, um, it's just a vegetable. With meat, like bones for stock, uh, I can do that easy. But I know that in China they use a lot more ingredients out of animals than I'm comfortable using, to say the least. Save and reuse containers, jars, boxes, bags for storage. Find new uses for leftovers. Leftover food create Use leftover food creatively, turning last night's dinner into new meal or ingredients, saving money. Yeah, we do that sometimes. Like if we have rice left over or macaroni or whatever left over, the next day we'll fry it up with some eggs and make it into like a fried egg thing. Um, yeah, we always use leftovers. We never throw them out. In fact, we don't throw out food at all. We try to use up all the food that we ever make. Um, Repair, don't replace. When things break, try to repair them first, whether it's clothes, electronics, household items. Yeah, I already do that. I try to fix as much stuff as I can. I only give up on it if it's either too hard to fix and I don't have time, or if it that's pretty much it. Other than that, I try to fix things. And with YouTube, you can fix anything. I just fixed my pool pump. The button went wrong, like it broke. I thought the pump was dead, but I did a YouTube lookup, found a guy. He talked about it. I replaced the button on it. I had to de-solder it and solder a new one in, and now I got a good pool pump that's just fine. That's a $300 savings. All right, number 9, Italy. Cooking and eating seasonally. Italians prioritize eating seasonal and locally grown foods, which are often cheaper and fresher. They also enjoy making meals from scratch, relying less on processed foods and saving grocery costs. So buy seasonal products, cook from scratch, support local markets. Local markets can be a lot pricier than going to the store, but you do get better ingredients, so balance that out. That's a personal decision. Make use of simple ingredients. Uh, Pasta, olive oil, tomatoes is very common in Italian food, yeah. Um, so trying to use simple ingredients will definitely help. Meal prep in bulk, we already discussed that. Number 10, we have Portugal. Fix it, don't replace it. In Portugal, there's strong culture of repairing and repurposing items rather than discarding them. Learn basic repair skills. Like I said, with YouTube, you can find how to repair anything on there. And if you have capable hands and some tools, you can easily repair anything. Let's see. Mend clothes and shoes. When it comes to mending clothes, we don't usually do that. With shoes, I do glue the shoes when, like, the sole falls off or starts flopping around. I do put some glue on there, glue it back up, and extend the use of those. Or if a strap comes out, I've done that. I glued it back in, so that's a good thing to do. Upcycle old furniture. Give old furniture a new life by refinishing or repurposing it rather than buying replacements. Haven't really had to do that, but I can see how that would work for some people. Reuse and repurpose materials, glass jars, cardboard boxes, plastic containers. DIY home improvements. Do home improvements yourself rather than hiring somebody, like painting, minor repairs. So that'll save a bunch of money. All right, number 11 we have from Russia and Eastern Europe, preserving and foraging. In rural areas of Russia and Eastern Europe, foraging for mushrooms, berries, and herbs is common, reducing food costs. Canning and preserving seasonal products is also seasonal produce is also widely practiced. Me being from Soviet Union, I can vouch for that. There's a lot of preserving going on over there. Not much foraging. I remember my dad and his friends would go and collect mushrooms, but that was more of a like going fishing, more of a fun thing than anything. I remember they'd bring a whole bunch of mushrooms and do all kinds of stuff with them, but it wasn't for money saving purposes. But preserving is definitely like sauerkraut, pickled pickles, tomatoes, beets, apples, even watermelon. My grandma pickled watermelon. She tricked me with that once. I almost puked. So preserving seasonal foods, foraging, making traditional fermented foods like sauerkraut, kefir. Oh yeah. Like if you you can make out of milk, you can make so many different things that'll last longer, like cheese and whatnot. Stockpile essentials for winter: potatoes, grains, root vegetables. They're good to stockpile. Yeah, we used to have a basement, and we had this big box of sand. And once a year, my dad would bring potatoes in there, and we would just keep them there all year through the winter, and that was nice. So that's if you have a ability to do that's a good way to save money. Share resources with neighbors. We already talked about that. And we have number 12, which is the last item on this list. And it is from Middle East, buying in bulk and bartering. In the Middle East, people often buy non-perishable items in bulk to save money and share them among families. And bartering and haggling is also part of the shopping culture, allowing for negotiation and price reduction on goods. So key items are stock up on bulk essentials like grains, legumes, oil in large quantities. And practice bartering, exchange goods or services with others in the community. I don't know how much that works unless you live in some village where everybody knows each other. Here in where I live in like a HOA community, I think I know maybe 4 neighbors, and nobody's got anything to barter with. So if anything, they might have a small garden. Cook communal meals, use local markets for better deals, pool resources for big purchases. Yeah, out of this, I think in our culture in America, pooling resources for big purchases probably makes sense. Like buying something big. I can't even, well, for instance, my neighbor and I, we would rent an aerator and a dethatcher to do our front yard. So that was nice. It's a $40 piece of equipment that you can rent for 4 hours, and I could do my front yard and her front yard within that time. $40 is not much, but $20 is less than $40. So splitting it with her was good. So that's all I have. That was 12 items of how to live frugally, tips from different cultures. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you have some more methods that can be used to live frugally that are also coming from different cultures. I know there's more out there, and people do things differently, and I'd like to know if there's some that I missed or didn't know about. So leave that in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a good day. I'll see you in the next one.